Thank you, everyone. That was very pleasant. The piece that I'm going to be doing is based off of a true story. It's a bunch of soldiers liberating a concentration camp after World War II, and amidst all of the kind of stuff that was happening, they decided to bring in, amongst all the shipments of food and all that, they brought in a case of lipstick. So this kind of like twists that. And I'd like to thank Marquis Severio for a few key edits. Very useful. And right into it. The wretched race staggers to repeated fill. The flotsam and jetsam of lost life and irretrievable innocence. Her feet sinking into the refuse, the excrement born of incontinence that is filling this open burial pit. This savage sewage system that lives being flushed to from civilization, since proper waste management is the earmark of any advanced society, they say. This despondent denizen of Bergen-Belsen calls a cold hell home. The bygone bucolic days of her childhood have all but faded from memory, as the thoughts and hopes of heaven. Solemn skies, brewing and brooding darkness for days, now begin bursting asunder, to cry out with first indifference, then insolence, then indolence, and at last thunderous condolence in solidarity with the 90-pound, 5'8" excuse for an adult woman. She weeps more bitterly than when she was beaten, more even than when they had raped her mercilessly, calling her rat, calling her dog, calling her evil. Precious droplets pour down her cave-like cheeks to merge with the mud. She's not drunk in 2 days, not eaten in 2 weeks, not been alive for 2 years. Her captors have captured the elements sometime before it arrived, but even now we're here, there's little that we can do. We're merely a handful of men facing a horde of discarded and dehumanized, somehow surviving dead. We share with them our bread, but they have forgotten how to eat it. Instead, they pick roots from worms and swallow these writhing reflections whole. We give them pills, but they have lost trust in well-fed men in uniform. We give them water, but this only exacerbates their dysentery. They void their bowels and lose their intestines in puddles in public, long ago having lost all sense of shame or embarrassment. They die in groveling droves, too weak to speak their anguish, too tired to curse their tormentors, too relieved to beg of God more time. No brutality in battle prepared me for this. No cruelty in combat has ever achieved such totally insidious inhumanity. No nightmare has ever awoken me in the same way as this sight. She comes to a rest at the pile of her child and dips, slips in denial, legs splayed, split side to side style, while we watch them smiling off, this tired, wild, finally newlywed, and now widowed bride. She beats on his chest and stares into her eyes. These mimic her gaze, but a final piece lies in place of a vital piece. This was the last thing that she had in the world. Abruptly, she bows her head, seemingly in prayer, if that were still possible in this place, and bestows a kiss upon his forehead. And red lipstick glistens from his blue brow. I observe from a distance and bless the man who thought of giving her lipstick.